Today, the theme is 8 days until spring. And when I think of spring, one thing I don't look forward to are the allergies. When I moved down to the south, I didn't have allergies until I got here, and I dread it now. When I see that yellow pollen, I don't want to go out of my house. It messes with my nose, it messes with my throat, and just puts me down for a few months. So that being said, with winter going away, spring is upon us. What is one thing you are looking forward to in the springtime, Brian?
With winter evolving into spring, what is one thing I'm looking forward to? It's actually getting out of the house. I've been locked up in my house since on or about November, and just today, with it being 70 degrees, I was starting to feel that Renascent, or Renascent. I started to feel Renascent, and feeling a reemergence of my youthful self. I wanted to get out there and work in the yard a little bit, so I went out and casually picked a few weeds out of my front garden bed. Because in my front garden bed, I've got these huge, well right now they're about yay tall, but by the end of the summer, they're about yay tall. I've got these banana plants. And at the end of the fall last year, as I was prepping my garden to go to bed, I chopped them down. I took a machete and just whacked them down as low as I can, because the previous year, I didn't know you were supposed to do that as far as plant maintenance goes. Another thing I'm looking forward to is firing up my lawnmower. So I've got to break my little rider out, my little yard boy, little 3.5 horsepower motor. Got to break out the blades, sharpen them up. Got to get my hedge trimmers, sharpen them up. Get ready to chop down some of those roses that we were just talking about a moment ago. And then prep my garden for spring. Now, the joy of springtime is going to the garden center and getting those summertime vegetables and plants, those tomatoes, those cucumbers, those melons that I plant out in my front garden patch. So not this weekend, but probably next weekend, as we're a little bit closer to the final frost of the year, I'll go ahead and grab those tomatoes. Normally I start my own starts, but this year I didn't. So I'm gonna go give Burpee Seed Company a little bit of money out of my own pocket, but by the end of the summer, I'm gonna have a harvest full of heirloom tomatoes and vegetables that I can enjoy for the rest of the summer. And with that, that's what I'm looking forward to this spring. Mr. Tabletop's Master.
So earlier, I was at Walmart picking up some things, and when I looked at my watch, it says 5:30. I got plenty of time to get my stuff home, you know, make it to the Toastmasters meeting. Got to my car, 5:35. Picked up my phone, it says 6:35. Oh man, I forgot to change the time. So how has the time change affected you for this spring coming up, Logan?
Hello everyone. So the question's being asked to me is, how does the springtime affect me, in particular with the time change? I think this was an interesting question to ask me, because maybe 20 minutes before I was talking to our favorite Table Topics member, Quincy, and he was asking me how these things affect me. And for somebody with insomnia, when it springs forward, it's not great. It takes me a little while to get going again, but it's also the beginning of something new. I feel very Renascent as I'm born again as a new man, waking up earlier than I ever thought I would. So the biggest thing is getting my sleep schedule back on track. And okay, I'm at a loss here. Okay, I'm going to return the lectern back to Michael. I'm not going to call that on that one. I thought I had more in.